Well, good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to be here. As this wonderful introduction was given, I cannot believe it's been so many years teaching, and so many years here at this school too. I started here back. I don't want to say what year, but I was 17 years old when I first started to work here as a teacher. I arrived to this school when I was 16 to take a course that was called Instructora Lengua Inglesa. I don't know if anybody remembers, it existed many years ago. I finished that and I was hired as a teacher, and this is a place where I started to teach. So coming to the school has a lot of memories. It makes my heart shake because it's a place that I remember because I was a little girl. And I was standing here in front at the age of 17. My knees were shaking and I had people my age as my students. So imagine to be in front of a public when you're so young. But it was a good experience. And since then I've been teaching, as she said, in many other places. Besides the tech, I've been at Autónoma Nuevo León. I didn't include because it was too much. But Autónoma Nuevo León and public schools and prepa and undergraduate studies. So it's been a long way. My idea today is to introduce you to technology. In a minute I'm going to give you some handouts, but I would just like to start with a brief insight to what I mean. Today we have technology everywhere, so technology should not be something we should reject. It should be something that we should include in our lessons. Above all, if we have teenagers. And if you ask a teenager to put it away, immediately he will not like your class. And we want them to learn and to like our class, okay? So let me start with my PowerPoint. Let's see if I get this right. It's hard when you can't see. Okay, there it goes. Let's see if this is right. Okay. What are the objectives? First, to demonstrate how useful technological tools can be. They're very, very useful if we know how to use them. That is the problem. Many times somebody says, I'm using this tool, and we get all excited, and we think it's a wonderful tool, but we don't know how to use it. I think the best way is to use it in the most simple way possible. Okay, don't think of anything sophisticated, but always have an objective. Always have an objective. That means we're going to see the tools for reading, writing, listening, and speaking, and we're going to practice some exercises today. Okay, the idea is I'm going to present what I do, and I'm going to present a list of tools, and then I'm going to ask you to work. Okay, you're going to develop something and you're going to present it. Okay, but have in mind that the objective of our lesson of using technology is to help us. It's an instrument that will help us and will open the world of knowledge for everybody, not only for them, for everybody. Okay, technology entails active learning in the classroom and above all summons the planning of appropriate exercises for different learning objectives. This is something I want you to have in mind. If you don't use a technological tool without having very clear the objective, you will lose the idea, the sense of doing the exercise, the intention of it. It has to be well planned. What do I want to do? Practice reading, practice writing, practice speaking, practice listening. What do I want? And then I build on that. Okay, so have it very, very clear. This is very, very important. And it gives you an active class, a nourishing class. Okay, as teachers, we must acknowledge the importance of using technology in our daily lessons. It doesn't have to be daily. I like to do it daily because it perks up the class. Like, for example, today we arrive, I say hi, this is the objective. We go through the lesson rapidly, and then I say, okay, now let's get to work. On your toes. Take out your gadgets. I didn't bring a gadget. What do you mean you didn't bring a gadget? You have to have a gadget for my class. And they sometimes tell me that my class sounds more like a class of computer science, not a class of language, because I always have them engaged with something but it makes it fun, active, learning. Everybody is excited, and sooner or later they're using the language, and that's what we want. We want them to use the language. Okay, it integrates students in different learning styles. This is important. This is very, very important. Back in my times, when I was here a teacher, I don't know if anybody was here, but we had the books of choral repetition. And we had one page in English and one page in Spanish. And it was choral repetition.
The American English course.
Yes, yes, yes. You remember. You were here in those days. Okay, so you remember. This is a long time ago, okay? Early 80s, still early 80s. I told you my age. Okay. Okay, but it was choral repetition. Back in those times, it was valid because that's the way it was. But through time, we have moved. And we have to move at the pace of our students. That is number one for technology. Another thing is the learning styles. Not everybody learns the same way. Some students have to write and write, others just reading, others just looking visually. Just visually they get it. And others need to listen a lot to get the idea. So we have to try everything. It's a combination. Oh, but I don't like that. Well, maybe you don't like it, but they like it. Or you will find a certain section, a certain part of your students who do like it, and they need it to learn. Okay, so have this in mind. At least we have 4 learning styles in the room, at least. There can be more. The significance of having a clear aim in the use of tools and teaching, which enhances the student's motivation. Of course, it brings up motivation, okay? Well, by the way, I didn't show off. These are my students. That picture is for real. She's my student, and she's there putting on the board what we had just decided to use. This is for real. This is a board we have at school, and they're putting there. It could be through images. For example, I have them read something. But reading is so boring. Let's read out loud just to check pronunciation, just to check pause, to check intonation, to check stress. Okay? And then I just can give them maybe paragraphs, and each group of 2, I like them to work in 2, 3, no more. 2, 3, gather together and express what you remember from the paragraph with a picture, with a drawing. It takes a few minutes, but the minute you make them stand up, get in teams and stand up and come to the board and do something, they get all excited. And it's hard, but how do I do it? Can I put words? No, just draw. They draw it, and then they have to explain it. So you do reading, and then you do speaking. And it's easy. Nothing technological, but it's easy for them to just to practice the language. So the alignment of the course content to the use of technological tools should be prepared and well designed. Okay, this is another student of mine. Teaching language within a meaningful context, as well as using different tools for making our lessons comprehensible and encouraging student participation and learning is our aim. That is our aim. Our aim is to use the language as a tool, not to memorize it, to use it. Okay, these are some of the tools I'm going to show you. Some, this is just a few, okay? I don't know, anybody familiarized with these? Which ones do you recognize? Mind maps? Jigsaw? Okay. Prezi is the same thing as PowerPoint, but it moves. You put it in and it moves. Okay, just to change the style. Venn diagram? Venn diagram is super. I'm going to show you an example. Wikis is like drawing, like putting words in images. But it's the same thing as if you get a board and ask them to draw. Or do it technologically. The same thing, okay? And portfolios. Portfolios are very good. And portfolios, I encourage my students to use it a lot because nowadays, many jobs around the world are done with portfolios. You ask for a job and they ask you, okay, send me your portfolio. I want to know what you can do. I've known teachers who get a job sending their portfolio. And what happened? They were recorded, like I'm being recorded today. They send their, their lessons, their projects, whatever they have done, their papers, and they can get a job in another place, maybe in another country or somewhere else. Portfolios are very good, and we should encourage our students to do them because they're easy to do, and it can help for their life, for their professional life. Okay, there's a mind map. I heard some of you are already know about this, but what I like about mind maps is this. One level of learning a language, we all know, is repetition and check the dictionary, the word, okay? That's the first level of learning a language. The second level of learning the language is able to, now I can write a sentence. Now I can write a paragraph. But further on is a critical thinking skills. And critical thinking is now be critical. Tell me, give me an opinion. Give me an argument what you just said. Give me the pros and cons, advantages, disadvantages. That is at another level. So a mind map takes you to do that because you have no other way. You can't put a text. You only put concepts, you put images, you put pictures. And what I get them to do is, okay, you build it, fantastic. Now, come over here to the front and explain it. Tell us about it. Oh, but I can show you the pictures. No, express yourself. Talk, talk, talk. And that's one of the reasons why I like mind maps, okay? It's built on keywords, pictures, and maps, and you practice speaking and writing, okay? Speaking and writing because here's an example. This is a movie. The movie is Into the Wild, and they had to tell me about the movie using a mind map. So they picked up what was that represented the most. This is a link they have here, a picture of the places. I don't know if you're familiarized with this movie, Into the Wild. If you ever have a chance, watch it. And if you have a chance to show fractions of it with your students, if you have teenagers as your students, it's a very good idea. Teenagers, adults, but I would say students between 18 and 20, 23, it really breaks your heart. It's a real story. It's a real story. If anybody here has watched it, it really breaks your heart, but it's good for them because you have a lot of material to do with that. You can do all sorts of things. But here what they did is they gave me the transportation, the values, here are some values, the place where he was, and this is just a picture that represents his voyage. He had a plan to go to Alaska. Of course, this young man died. He didn't make it. So sad. So sad. I spoiled it. Well, but you're not going to tell your students. Okay. This is another movie. This is called Lorenzo. I don't know if you have watched this movie. It's another real story. Have you watched it? Anybody here? Huh? Yes. Yes, his oil. And this is a very good movie. Again, here you have a mind map. Doing this, now they have to come up and explain the movie. What they learned, what they remember, and this is simple to do because you have it there. And they have to use just these sources to explain the movie. It's another good movie, and it's also for real. Okay, what are jigsaw? You said you were familiarized, right, with jigsaw puzzles? Okay. Again, it's critical thinking. And it's good to do analysis, skimming, scanning, reading for main ideas. Reading for main ideas is super important because the more you get your students to read, the better. I always ask my students to read out loud. Anybody here besides English speak another language? French? French and Japanese. French and German. And you know several, right? As I remember now. French. Okay. Myself, I speak French, and I'm now studying German. And the best thing to do is to read out loud. That's the best thing to do, to read out loud. And to pay attention to concepts. And concepts is what you could put in a jigsaw puzzle or in a mind map. The concept, the main concept. That's why we do skimming and scanning, okay? Narrow the information to keywords, that means concepts, and you can become competent in writing and in speaking using jigsaw puzzles. Okay, and here's an example. Here's Lorenzo's Oils, another team. This is for real. Everything's for real. Those are my students. Lorenzo's Oils is the Odone family, and they had to, each color represents something. For example, this is Augusto, Odone, and everything they learned about Augusto. These are the characters of the movie, Lorenzo, Micaela, and Amori. And with using this, they had to retell the story. What I asked them to do here is to speak about the characters. Basically, it wasn't the movie, it was the characters. For instance, something like this, what I like to do is, okay, each one of you talk about your character and then tell us the differences maybe in personality, in behavior, in attitude, but just to make them speak. Okay, now you presented this. Now, let's talk about what differences do you find, or which are the similarities too. Anything that encourages them to speak. And sometimes I'm so spontaneous that in the room I think of things and immediately, okay, do this. And they do it there and they do it well. Okay, so it's another way to make them speak. Venn diagram. I love Venn diagrams. Why? Because it's a higher thinking skill That means you have to analyze, synthesize, classify, contrast, and diagram. This is what I meant a while ago. When we begin teaching a language, all we do is just repetition, read, check vocabulary. Next stage, write sentences. Maybe write a dialogue. Do you see how it advances? Dialogue. And after the dialogue, now you're able to go through this process, which means now you are at a higher thinking skill. The minute they get to the higher thinking, hey, you're okay with the language. You can deal with it. Thrive in linguistic abilities, for example, writing and speaking, and relationships of logics, statistics, found in any field of work or study. This is super important. Today, jobs do not want people out there in the business world just knowing one thing. They want people who can contrast and make analysis on the snap of their fingers. So this is good for them to do that analysis. And here you have an example. Again, this is a movie, Freedom Riders. If you haven't watched Freedom Riders, it's a super movie. Don't think I do my classes with movies. They say, oh, she does movies. No, no, that's not the point. I used to teach, it's now changed to another one, but it was called reads and videos. And what we did, we had to read and watch a video and then do the contrast, okay? So that's why I have so many movies, all right? Okay. And another reason is because these guys are advanced. So they can work at that level, okay? So here is the Venn diagram, what they found in Erin Gruwel and what they found in Maggie Fitzgerald. And then here is what they have in common. This is not simple. It looks easy, but it's not simple. They have to get in teams, they have to speak, they have to really synthesize, analyze. So again, this will be for advanced, maybe your teenagers or your adults. There are also classes for adults, right? You also have adults. So for adults, advanced levels is wonderful. This is a good idea. Okay, tools are not dangerous. It is the misuse and poor selection of resources that make it difficult and unauthentic. Okay, we shouldn't be afraid of them. And of course, we can practice at home. Our students are users of tools of these times, and the acquisition of knowledge, abilities, and values can be facilitated and practiced. I feel I have a helper in the room when I have a tool, because it opens a door of knowledge, like another book, but it's electronic. Okay, and that's my information. Okay, so now let's get to, what do? I think it's this. Here it is. Okay, well, first of all, let me give you some handouts. Here in the handouts, you're going to see, yes, okay, it comes in 2 pages, okay? Could you pass it to the back? Okay, pass these. Move them around, yeah. Okay, this is one, there are 2 pages. This is the first page, okay? I'm going to give you a second page. And this is the second page. Okay, what I'm providing there, here it goes. What I'm providing there is the list of tools that I have used, and I fully recommend. That was the first page. Okay, you're getting the second page. They're left over? Okay, here you go. Thank you so much. Left over? Thank you so much. Of the second one. Okay. You need the second one.
We don't have the second one.
They're moving, they're going. Okay, I wanted to exaggerate on what I gave you because I thought if I gave you the more the better. We're going to see a few now. I'm going to show you some, but then the second stage is we're going to hand out some iPads And we're going to hook on to the Wi-Fi, and we're going to work on this. Okay, I'm going to put you in teams, and you're going to develop something, okay, to see the usage, all right? First of all, well, this is another one. I don't know if you're familiarized with Nearpod. Nearpod, have you used Nearpod?
Yeah.
Nearpod.
Yesterday, yes.
There was a class, a course on Nearpod.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I have for Nearpod, what I have developed for my students. Okay, I don't know if I should show them or not. Let me just show maybe this one. Live lesson. See if it works like this. Okay, this is again. Okay, we're not going to do this. Let's see if it works. Okay, this is again Agatha Christie, and then there were more. It's a book. Okay, this is a book. So then, just to check on what they had read, I had some questions done. And then this is some places they could visit. Of course, they are connected, okay? We're not going to connect now. And then some more questions on that. The real name of the island. And then describe the island. Here they had to describe it. What did you see on the island? What kind of constructions did you find? Describe the arrival. They do it here, okay? If you saw it yesterday, then you have an idea. Okay. Meet the 10 guests. How many men and women were there? And let me introduce you to to what crime do you think he committed? Explain his crime. The guest is, what was her crime? Describe her crime. This is another character. And then these are questions, okay? Questions they have to answer. This is Thomas, and questions they have to answer. Oblivion, this is vocabulary, more vocabulary, vocabulary. And then one little soldier boy, who was it? Write the name of the last person who died. And here's a video I play. And this video is about the book. Now to have finished, make a reflection about the rhyme. Did you like the novel? And I think that's it. Now how do I go back? But go back easily. Do you want? And well, since you saw this yesterday, you have an idea. Once you're done, they send a report of what your students did. So it's very convenient for quizzes. Super convenient for quizzes, and they like it. It takes over half an hour in class. I like to do it with them just to make sure. But it can also be done at home. We call it flip the classroom. They do it at home on their own. It can't be done, but then I'm kind of reluctant that they do it. I'd rather have them there in the room do it with me. I mean, I can make sure they did it. And then they just send you the, do you want to leave the session? Yes. Okay, now let me show you one on grammar. Maybe this on conditionals. This is the grammar. This is, by the way, it was not included, but I am the coordinator of English on campus. So when I teach remedials, I teach intermediate, and I teach advanced. Why? Because I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's going on. Because then I ask my teachers, how was something? And they tell me, but I want to know the real thing, so I teach. So I teach 3 different levels. And this level, this kind of thing I use for my remedial levels. Remedial, I mean B1. You're familiarized with the B1, B2, right? Okay, so this is for grammar. How are they used? Of course, everything is done by me. Kinds of the conditionals. This is like a review, and then comes the quiz. Okay, all of us just review on grammar, some samples, questions, and it counts like a quiz for them. First conditional usage, some examples. Okay, it has a device. Here the device is, this is really cool. Do you see, I like to include a whole sort of things. Something on listening, something on grammar, something on reading, something on writing, because we don't know what styles we have. So that way you hit the different styles. Okay, so here's a video. It's super cool, the video. It's neat. And then write 2 sentences using first conditional, then second conditional, samples, another video. But these videos are like about a minute or 2, so it's not bad. Not bad. And they really like it. They really get hooked on. Okay, and then did you like the video? Questions. Exception to the rule, which we all know. Then I have the song. Yeah, but it's kind of old. If God was one of us, and say, but why was? You just told us if it were. And I said, well, but stories are not the same when it's a song. It changes. So let's sing along. And that's kind of old, but they do like it. Yeah, I really, really like that song. Okay, did you like the song? Are you able to identify the exception to the rule? Write a sentence in conditional. Look at the next image. This is super because they have it here and they have it in their gadget and they move it around and the animal starts like, woo, and if they're afraid of spiders, they don't like it. But that's the intention, because once they have played with it for a minute or so, then write a sentence about your experience with the spider. Of course, using conditional. Yeah? Okay, now, final quiz, just to make sure you have learned. And then the final quiz comes. And I think that's it. How did you do on the quiz? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So and you can have them send a report or just end the session. And yes, okay. So these are what I have done. I really like it. I really encourage it. Has anybody used it here? No? Will the school pay for it?
You can redirect the question over there.
It's kind of expensive.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of expensive, but well, I don't know. Let's see what happens. It's kind of expensive, but it's super good. I like it very much. Okay, let's go into Edpuzzle. All of these you have there, okay? You have it there. Edpuzzle is super cool because you have all sorts of things here. And it takes you into YouTube, Khan Academy, and it takes you into so many things. So many things. It's incredible. You have all sorts of ideas, for example. And here, these are already previously built, but you can work on them. Yeah, they are previously built, but you can work on them. For example, here, let me go into one that looks interesting. Which one do you like? Martha? Okay, let's see if we can see Martha. I don't know if we have sound. Okay, let's try another one. This is not the intention. Let's see. When it says use it, means you can use it in the sense that you can cut and paste and put in things. That means you can stop it and include questions for a quiz. Or you can stop it and ask some vocabulary questions. That's why it says use it. You can copy it and you can even share it. That means one of you can do it and then share it with the rest of your colleagues. That's why it says use it. Let's try something that looks different. Let's see the respiratory system. We're going to watch a minute or so. Okay, it's down here, right? Yes. I'm learning.
Let me introduce you to one of the bravest pioneers in the history of life on planet Earth.
How can I
An
lower
organism that
the
blazed
volume?
the trail for every single vertebrate that
Lower
lives
the
on
volume.
land today, and many that don't. It's one of your most important ancestors. Me?
Here.
Well,
Yes.
It doesn't have a name.
Oh, okay. Okay, leave it in silence. I want to talk. My time. Okay, you can watch it, maybe just show a little bit of it, and then later, what you like, you can use it for yourselves. Let's do that. Okay, well, we have watched a little bit about it. Let's stop it now. Let's go back. And here, when it says use it, you can actually use it. And actually use it means here you can cut it. Do you see? Where you have here, no, I want to use this part only. And it takes you to that part. I want to cut it here. I want them to record my voice. I want to explain something. And here it even tells you how to do it. It's self-service. It's super cool because you can master it at what your needs are or what your students' needs are. I want to watch just half a minute or a minute or two, and I want to point to vocabulary, or I want to point to something special, you can tailorize it. You tailorize it to the needs of your class or to the needs of your students. So it's super cool on that. And then later you can share it. When you're done, you can share. Save, finish, okay? I have done just for practice, just the speaking one. I more or less, I like it, questions or quizzes. Not so much for me to talk, but you can also do the talking part. How about this? Do you know this? Or had you ever thought about this? And it's your voice. And it's your voice. It's your voice. So it's super cool. Okay?
One question. The videos are already there?
Yes, everything is here.
Finally, a humble little
Everything is here.
lobe-finned fish got fed up, swam up to the water surface, and started breathing air.
Everything's
It could
here.
do this
It's for
because
free.
It had evolved a fancy new interface
For
to
free.
move gases between the air and its cell membranes.
It's for
Talk
free.
about lungs. Wet lungs. With an efficient new way to take in nearly limitless amounts of oxygen from air, animals were eventually able to get bigger and more diverse over the ages, and now all of us lung-having vertebrates share that common ancestor.
Of course, this is a little bit advanced if you have young ones. Let's see. No, I don't want it to say. Let's see if I can go back. Okay. So that is Edpuzzle. Then we have YouTube, again with a lot of variety. You know what YouTube gives us. It gives us grammar explanations. It gives us tons of things. Anything you would like to use. Grammar English, for example. Then here you play it. I hope it's in English. Uh-oh, what's going on? Where's the volume? Here, right? Oh. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Okay, but now let us suppose, I don't want to, take our time doing this. You want to use it, you go here. Okay? You want to copy it, you go here. And it's for free. This opens a world of knowledge to your class. So forget about saying, what do I do now? What song should I put, or what video should I play? It's done. It's here. Just shop around. Of course, shop around and find something you like. Abraham Lincoln. Suppose Abraham Lincoln is coming in his biography. You want them to know about it. There you go. You have it there. Okay? Khan Academy. I don't know if you're familiarized with Khan Academy. Here's a little bit more like for young adults. Okay? Teenagers, young adults. Okay? National Geographic. Super cool, National Geographic. There's a lot to see here. And they're all the same way. They're all used the same way. They can all be tailored. TED Talks. TED Talks. Everybody knows about TED Talks. Do you use TED Talks? Sometimes, okay? You can tailorize it here. Stop it, ask questions, ask a quiz, give me your opinion. Okay, up to here. And then you write something and they have to give an opinion or make a reflection. Or I just say, okay, pay attention to this for 5 minutes and let's see how many verbs you find in simple past. Pay attention to the verbs and make a list of verbs. And they end up having different verbs, of course. And they put them on the board. And we all see, and then, okay, divide them, regular, irregular. Whatever. Okay, you can do tons of things. Once you have this, that's the idea. Have material. Okay, so another one here. All right. And number files, another one here. So there's a whole bunch of things. And everything is for free. So when you sign up, just sign up as teachers, and there's nothing to pay. I went in there with Google, using Google. Okay? Very good. Questions about this? Stop me if I go too fast, or if you want to say something. Okay, let's go into Venngage. Let's see. Of the list you have there, before we do that, let me go into here. Hold on a second. I have it here. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I want to go into one that I really, really would like to share. Is this okay? Yes. Can't see. Okay. This is what you have there, okay? The same thing. Okay, Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay, this one. American Teens Talk. This is super cool. I don't know if you have ever seen it, but it's wonderful. It has all sorts of things. It has all sorts of sources. As you can see here, these are the table of contents. But we have here sources. Okay, and let's go into... Okay, here you have materials, teaching the 4 skills. And all of these are materials you can use with your students. And many of them are in reading. Many of them are in reading. You have other sources here. Okay, what I have given you opens a world here because look, writing, speaking, reading, and listening. All of these, they're like books. And you can do activities with them. You can build on it. You also have a connection to Massive, to the MOOC courses, other sources, webinars, culture of the US, music, and games. Here. You click on these and you can work on, you have songs, all sorts of things. This is with the American Embassy here, United States.
We did like a year and a half of webinars with them.
Ah, good. So you know about it. Okay, very good. But it's super cool. Easy to use and it has all sorts of things. Very good. Okay. So let's go to Venngage. I don't know if you're familiar with Venngage. Venngage is wonderful. When I am teaching, one thing I have discovered is this. We think, no, but my students, no, they're very elemental. They're barely A2, B1. They can't do that. We should never put them aside and think their level is too low. On the opposite, we should encourage them to do it. Of course, maybe it will be more difficult for them to do it, but everyone, no matter the level, with the exception of children. I think under the age of 14, 15, maybe they can. 14 above, they can. Because at the age of 14, they're already in high school. And when they're in high school, they have that level of maturity. But when they're so young, they still cannot. But they can do stuff like this. What is this? This is material that our students can do to make. And not only our students, ourselves. Because it has all sorts of things. This site I have given you now, Venngage, has information statistical. Statistical means you can do stuff like this. For instance, you're going to do something for your students, and you say, how can I design something? You can do it here, because some of here already have the templates, and they're for free. Absolutely for free. Okay, for a process to explain, geographic, to make a timeline to explain something. Look at this, a timeline. Suppose you have them read something. Say, okay, now with that information, put it in an infographic. And they can use it, but the template is there already. They just have to develop it. Put in the words. Here I have a sample. I hope it shows. This is students of mine did. This is theirs. I didn't do it. And I gave them topics, and their topic was global water demand. And this is what they did. But what they did is the text. The images were there already. The images were there, so they had to just build on the text. And it looks nice. It looks like a good presentation, and it was easy for them to develop. And what I had them do is sit in teams. Of course, I have classes of an hour and a half. And before that, I said, okay, previously to this, for tomorrow, you have to read, and I distributed, okay, on water, on air problems, on problems with other kinds of contamination. Read on it, and then gather in your teams and discuss about it, and then do an infographic. Of course, here you get them. First, you got them to read, then you got them to write, and then you get them to speak. And while they're presenting, the others are listening. So you see all of the skills. And they feel like they're producing something because they are doing something that is good for them and for their future. Because infographics are for everybody at any age. So here you have an example of an infographic using Venngage. And I also wanted to show you, I haven't gotten to Canva, but Canva is practically the same thing. Okay, Canva, this is what I did. Remember what I showed you a while ago with my Nearpod? The best let me give you my recommendation because that's the way I used it. If you use Nearpod by itself, it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult to handle. You have to really be like a little bit, to me, Nearpod is wonderful, but you need a first step, and the first step is Canva. Canva helps you develop everything I did of the text. This means here, I developed the text. All of this. It gave me the layout, it gave me the pictures, it gave me everything. We can go into Canva. Let me go into Canva. Let me go into Canva so I can give you an idea. Where did I leave it? Is it this? Yes, it should be. Yeah, here it is. Okay, let's go into Canva. In Canva, we're going to find Chrome, right? Oh, download? No. It's already there. I don't download. Why? Huh? What do I do now? Update. Ah, it has to be updated. So Firefox or Safari? Anybody know?
I think we don't have Safari. We either use Chrome or
Edge? Ah, okay. Edge. Edge is wonderful. Edge is super cool.
But any of those you need to download first.
Ah, okay. Whatever I do has to be downloaded.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we can skip it. I wanted to show you, but while you're working, if I can plug in my computer, I have my computer here. Maybe I can plug in and we can find a way to connect it. I will show you how Canva looks. Canva has templates, and they're for free. They're for free. Not all. Not all. But a good amount are for free. And again, you just constructed the text. And once you have the text, let's close it here. It's this one, right? Yeah. Once you have the text, then, okay, let's close that too. I was here. Okay, here. Once you have the text, then you download it from your desktop, and from your desktop, you just upload it in Nearpod, and in Nearpod, you put the fun stuff. You put the video, you put the quizzes, all the fun stuff goes there. The virtual movement, like the spider I just showed you, that you do with the Nearpod. And the Canva is like a previous template where you put all the text. And it's for free. For free, Canva. Nearpod, I had it for free because I had a license. But then later I asked for it, they said, and they paid it for another year. But then when I found out how much it cost, nah, I said, okay, well, you decide. But it's super good, but it is expensive. It is expensive. The truth, it is. Okay, so that's Canva. Okay, I'll show it to you on my computer if I have a chance. I'll try. Okay, something else I want to show you is emails. Emails, it's in your list. And I like emails because, again, it gets my students to talk. In this case, what I wanted my students to do is I said, okay, everybody is from, since I have students who are at campus and they're not all from Monterey, they're from different states of the country or from different countries. I said, okay, present like part of your oral exam. Since I have a month to check their oral, I distributed, and every day I had 2 or 3 present their city, okay, where they came from, and they had to use this. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh dear. Here, right? Oh, I can't see. Okay, let's see. Let's go back. Here. Do you see how it moves? Let's travel. Oh, it's a funny way to present it. Well, anyhow, do you see how they're moving? I had never seen it like this. Okay, but do you see how it moves? And this is, of course, just to make it fun. But since they're like, you know, at the age, and every time it stopped, then they had to explain. This is what I wanted. Okay, let's go back. I hope you don't get dizzy.
But more visual, still more visual, right?
It's super visual. And that's what our students want. I mean, they want to look like, ooh, they know how to use technology. And this is a good way to say, show off. But they have to build it. This is blank. But the template comes. the template comes, they have to just fill up the spaces and then present. And they feel super cool because they're doing something that's like, and it's original because it's theirs. Do you see how it moves? It has no sound because they're talking about it, the history of the city or state. I gave them like the titles, okay? In this case, it doesn't have to, because these are the remedial students. Okay, and then here they talk about the traditions, and they talk about the food that is typical of their region. And then, don't get dizzy, it's coming. Cultural aspects. And then the labor force, what happens in their place of work. And then the people, ethnical groups, because some of them are from Oaxaca, Chiapas, Tabasco, and they have ethnical groups. Or other countries. Touristic sites. And then enjoy the visit. And this is for their oral. And it's for free. So good. And you make them talk. You make them talk. You make them write. You make them be critical. They have to analyze. They have to synthesize. It's very, very good. I like it very much.
Can they insert videos in that one?
No. No, this is pure image. Pure image. It just moves around, but it's pure image. Oh dear. How do I make it small? Here it is. Okay, done. I got out somehow. Okay. Now, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to give you an iPad. And we're going to sit, I believe, in teams of 3. Because it's not because there's an absence of, I know you have your cell phones, but you can't use them. I think there's something going on with connection, the internet connection. So pass them around. Pass them around. And just, I think in teams of 3, if it's possible, if we can do 2, even better, okay? If we can do 2, even better. Okay, let's see, maybe we can do 2. 1 per team. But if we can do it in pairs, it would be even better. Okay, let's see. Distribute them. This is the amount of iPads we can use. We can't use more. So please don't hook them with your phones. 2, okay, maybe 2. Do you have, okay, you spare 1. Okay, here. Maybe 2 of you sit there. 2 there. Okay, you 2, and maybe you, 2. You pair up with someone else. You 2, yeah. Here, you pair up with her, please. Okay, 2 there. All right. Do you spare 1? Okay, maybe you 2, and then, oh God, and then you 2. Okay. Okay, wonderful, super. Okay, how about here? Okay, can you have, okay. Do you guys have one here? Here, pair up with. Good to see you. But just 2. And you guys. Okay, here, you pair up with her. Better if it's 2. Pair up there. Pair there. Okay, here for you.
Okay,
and you can pair up with somebody else. No, we have an odd number. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Oh, everyone has one.
Yes.
Well, I have an extra one. Okay, so we're going to do this. I don't know if you have done it, but I'm going to tell you my experience. You're going to do this. Well, turn it on, please, and go into here. This is the address. It comes in your list, but I personalized it. It comes in your list. It's there, but this is the address, Padlet.com. And you have to put in everything. Everything here. Padlet, let me write it here. Maybe it's too small. Let me write it here. Padlet. Ah. Oh dear. Anybody have a marker?
We have it in the book.
No, but you have to put everything. If it's locked, 0.
Okay.
Zeros. If it's locked, just zeros. They told me just write zeros. Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay, this is what you need, please. I'm so sorry. I can't. How do I make this bigger? Anybody know? I would like to enlarge this so you can see it. Can you see it from there? No, but that is only Padlet. I want you to go into this one. Ah, I put it. Oh, it was so nice to you.
Yes,
Here, can you work with her, please?
yes. Could you come in?
Yes, in pairs.
So we can work together.
Use. Oh, it was so nice. I included it. Good.
Yes.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Okay, everybody now in pairs? All right, go into this. All right. Are you there? Who's in there?
Slash
The address is there. Yes.
slash G5ET.
Yes.
Torres.
Yes. That's the one.
Sorry, see the Kia.
Did you get in? Okay. Did you, anybody lost?
It does not appear. We're
This-
using this one, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It doesn't appear there's nothing? Write in the whole thing.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, should be completely, right?
The complete, the whole thing. You have it there, you have it there. You have it there. Or just start by Padlet, padlet.com. Padlet.com/Matorres8/J5ET56 W628TA. Boy, this is so complicated. So long. Did you find it? Nope. There's nothing there?
Another option is this one. Padlet.com.
It just gave you Padlet, but not the one I gave you. Huh. Nobody's in there. There it is. Bingo. Okay. Wonderful. She made it. This is what you have to see. Okay. Can you help them, please?
No, because I was there. I just clicked on Safari and it was there. I didn't do anything.
It connected instantaneously? Wow.
Safari and yeah, she didn't find it. I don't know how to use it.
Okay, click on Safari, please. That's what she did. Click on Safari. That's how she got in. She has it in, but click on, oh, there you guys. Click on Safari. You wrote the whole thing. Okay. All right.
You went to Google?
Click on Safari, or there you go. Wonderful. Okay. All right. Now, has anybody used Padlet? Has anyone used Padlet? No? It's super cool. I like it with my students because, again, it's for free. The template is there. Okay, click on Safari. Or write the whole thing. Write the whole thing. I'm sorry. You guys are in. Okay. You guys are in. They're super. Okay. You will find, once you're in, okay, let me tell you how I use it. It can be used for many ways, many ways. For instance, I'm going to have my students do a debate. And there are 24 students. And and if I come up with the boring topics, you know, abortion and drugs and contamination, you see their faces drop. So I always, the thing is this, I don't tell them I'm their teacher, I'm their facilitator. And I'm helping them learn. And I tell them, this is your class. So we're going to work on this class together. You will help me customize it. That means tailorize it with me. This is not that I'm a dictator here. We're going to work together. So I say, we're going to have a debate. What would you like to debate on? So this is a good way to do it because you see the different ideas come out and everybody can see them there. And then again, from there we go to voting. Or it can be, for example, if you want to tell us something about how you feel today or what happened yesterday, it can be used for writing. I have the experience of also writing like an email, a short email. and they write it there, of course they can write a nickname so nobody knows who wrote it. And we have them all there. We have them all there, and we say, okay, well, I think here you didn't start, or let's say an email, a formal email. You should say, well, dear sir, or dear madam, not hi, you don't even know this guy. And then how did you end it? Here it needs a comma, here it needs a period, etc. It can be used for many ways. So, since today I am your facilitator and we're all colleagues, what would you like to write in this Padlet? Give me an idea. Topics of something? Or, okay, I know what you do. Tell me how you feel today on a Sunday morning at 9:30 in a workshop that this lady is telling you things that maybe you already know. This is kind of boring. What am I doing here? Okay? Express yourselves in there. How? Click at the bottom, there's an X, and there you write. You write. There you can start to write. Click on the X. Oh. There. Okay. It never came out? Okay, it never came out. Ah, sorry. Do you see how it's coming? I like the anonymous, okay? Oh, pictures, okay. Try writing, okay? Try writing, not the pictures. Try the writing, okay? Okay, so here we see all sorts of answers. It can be how you feel, or your plans, or everybody write a sentence in conditional, or everybody write a sentence in past perfect.
Why am I there?
It could be anything. And here you start to see, okay, we don't know who this person is, but check your spelling next time. Hey, okay, everybody look this way. Look at this. What's the problem here? But nobody knows who did it. So, and you say, oh, okay, oh, I'll be better next time. And it's a fun way to do it, to encourage them to participate and to practice.
Anonymous?
Hello, guys. Ah, okay. It could be any way. It can also be used, another fun way to use it is, for instance, this is day 1, and my students are intermediate advanced. Let's not say only advanced, intermediate, advanced. Intermediate have a lot to do, okay? Introduce yourself. Tell me something about yourself, who you are, where you come from, your hobbies, just your name and something. And that's a way they introduce themselves in a fun way. Oh, this person says he likes to go hiking. Who do you think it is? The guy in the back? No, it's not me. This girl in the front? No, it's not me. Who is it? It's you. Oh, good. And you're making them participate, talk, write. It shows automatically, yeah, because you're connected. And it's super easy to construct. In a minute, I'm going to get you in. Super easy to construct. Super. Here you have a conditional. If I had slept enough, I would. Okay. Imagine it's conditional. Okay. Have them write a sentence in conditional. And you're checking their grammar. Nobody knows who wrote it. You put in videos. Okay. Of course I can. Ah, it's cute. Who am I kidding? I have to because I never sleep. Okay. have in mind that you can use it many ways. There's no limit. But the fun thing is like what you're experiencing. You see, I wrote that. Who wrote that? Yeah? For introduction, how you feel the day, for an election of a topic of the class, of a debate, for the presentation for the first day. First day, everybody's like, oh. And who breaks the ice? We break the ice. So, do a Padlet. Introduce yourself. You introduce yourself. And then they have to introduce themselves. It's a fun way, and they get encouraged. Everybody gets encouraged and motivated, okay? Okay, can we stop here so we can see how to construct it? Good? Happy? Questions?
Yeah, can we keep it?
I think it belongs to the school. Yeah, I'm afraid about that. Okay, now, where did I leave it? This is not what I want. Let's see how to construct. I want to show you how to construct. It's super simple. You go in here. You go in here and just, easy. You find all sorts of templates. I'm already connected, okay? I connected when I arrived. Okay, this is what you find. These are the ones I have. Okay, I have used these in my class. Do you see? It's Thanksgiving, whatever. And then you can make your Padlet. How do you make a Padlet? You can select. Well, no, this is not, no, I don't want this. If you want it like sophisticated, then you have to pay. I have never paid. I have never paid. Gallery, here you go. This is the gallery. Okay, here you do your shopping. Take one. I want teeth underneath, and here you design it. Which one would you like? Let's say this one, okay? I'm fooling around. Okay, well, this is someone that was done there, but you can also work on this and eliminate and then do your own. How do I go back? Here, right? No, this is that puzzle. Gallery. Back. It's very good, right? Recent, made, shared, liked. You can put them in folders. Okay, these were done by me. I did the gallery, join, make. Should be make. I don't want to select. Unlimited, no ads, no folders, domain. Huh? I hadn't seen this. This is a plan for paying. I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay. There's no reason to pay. These are the ones I made. Okay, Squanky, feedback, etc. But anyhow, you find them here. I don't know why it's not taking me. Join the Padlet. No, cancel. Okay. All right, but good on Padlets, right? Easy to do, fun, and it really makes our students feel like they're doing something with us. Okay, let's go into two things before we end at 11, right?
Yes.
Oh, I still have two things that I want you to see. We have to see before this ends. Okay, I don't know if you have ever used this. This is super good. I always say it's super good, right? I'm showing you the ones I like, of course. This is good for writing. And it is not simple. Okay? Here, first of all, you have to decide the language. And then you sign in. It's for free. I show you things for free. Just Nearpod is not for free. Oh, I'm so sorry. Okay. We're not going to go in. I don't know if we have time. But anyhow, this is what it is. It's a cool site to get your students writing. And the most fabulous thing is it gives you the level they have. It tells you if it's an A1, A2, B1, B2. It gives you the level. And it also tells you where you're wrong. So what I do is to my remedial advanced in both cases, like the second week of classes, I say, okay, we're just starting the semester and I want to know your level. So let's do this. Show me the level, and they have to give me a screenshot, which they send to my mail, and then I check the same thing at the end of the semester. And I tell them, I should see an improvement. If not, we didn't do our job. We didn't do our job. That means co-responsibility. I can stand on my head, but if you don't pay attention to what I'm doing, it doesn't sink in. Okay? We can do tons of things. We can always spoon feed them. But if they don't want to open their mouth and they're reluctant, okay, so, and they can see the contrast. And once they see the contrast, oh my God, okay, well, there you go. Or in some cases, they go up one level. Frankly, they don't go up so much, but at least from an A1 to an A2 or an A2 to a B1, it's a good advance. Okay, so here they decide, okay, what do I want? I'm a beginner, and here it says, for instance, here, let's try this one, beginner, an email. And what you have to do here is write an email. Read this email from your new pen friend, Lara. You read it, and then write an email to Lara and tell her about you. You write here, when you're done, you click on check. And at the top right side, it gives you the level. And it marks, shaded in yellow, where you have a mistake. And you just pass the cursor and it tells you, okay, the verbs or the grammar is here, the grammar there. So it's super easy to use. You can use it in the room, and then they can give you a screenshot, and then you have, in your folders, you have evidence of how they started. And all sorts of topics, okay? All sorts of topics. Okay, let's see. So you can write an essay. This is beginners, okay? Essay, an email, a party, a competition, all sorts of things. Okay? Good, no? This is super good. Here you go, beginners, intermediate, advanced, or just for fun. Okay? Try it yourself. Try it for you. Oh, ooh. Well, I'll do better next time. Sorry. But no one will know, so don't worry. It's just for you. Okay. And it works with IELTS and Cambridge for certificate. Okay? So it has connection to them too. So it's good. Yeah, it's for free. Yeah. From the list I just gave you, the only thing that's not for free is Nearpod. I think there's a trial, like just an introduction at the beginning.
Months.
Yeah. But then after that, ooh.
If you invite
Those 6 months, use it. Because they're for you. That's what I did. Yeah. Don't tell anybody that's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah, the first 6 months. And then I said, look, I used it. Can I get another one? And then they had to pay for me. And after that, I don't dare ask because I know it's expensive. So it's very expensive. It's like some thousands of pesos. I don't know how much. It's like thousands. Yeah. I have already asked. What the good thing is I became like an ambassador. So maybe I'll give it for free if I teach others. Maybe, but not for sure. Yes.
Yeah, do you know who or what does the feedback? Is it like somebody else that uses it?
Cambridge. Yeah. There must be a certain group or a center that takes care of this. It's Cambridge. Everything comes from Cambridge. IELTS and Cambridge are attached to this. Yes, it is academic. Oh yes, it is academic. It is academic. Yeah, what I'm giving you is academic. And it's for writing. Grammar, it's everything. I mean, you have everything here. And it's cool because it's not, well, my teacher says that I have an A2. Huh? I didn't say anything, you know. And they see their errors. That's another cool thing. Okay? Ready for another one? Because I wanted you to do something. We're not going to have time. Okay, this is another one that maybe you've seen before. Okay, here it is. This is also very, very good. Again, it's for free, and it's for listening. Have you used it? Yes? This one? Yes, this is very, very, very good. It's for free. It comes in levels, easy, medium, difficult. Okay? Okay, so if you have used, I'm not going to go into it, but my only experience is I once had a student in the room who had He came from a small town, the south of Mexico, and his experience in listening was very scarce. He had trouble to understand me. And I said, okay, we're going to do something. You're going to work on your own at home and try these lessons. This can be done. The first time I tried in the room. Everybody familiarized with this? Who has never used it? It's like like half the room. Let's just maybe do part of one, not complete. Which one do you like? What topic? Let's see college life. Okay, because this is the life of our students. Okay, here's a pre-listening, but I encourage you to do this one because here you play it, and then you have the questions. They should not see the questions when you do it in the room. Okay, just play it.
Oh, hi Dave. Long time no see.
Hi Maria, I was in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd drop by.
Come on in.
Thanks.
Take a seat. Would you like anything to drink? I have Sprite or orange juice.
Sprite would be fine. So how have you been?
Not bad. And you?
I'm doing okay, but school has been really hectic these days, and I haven't had time to relax.
By the way, what's your major anyway?
Hotel management.
Well, what do you want to do once you graduate?
I haven't decided for sure, but I think I'd like to work for a hotel or travel agency in this area. How about you?
Well, when I first started college, I wanted to major in French. But I realized I might have a hard time finding a job using the language. So I changed majors to computer science.
Oh.
With the right skills, landing a job in the computer industry shouldn't be as difficult.
So, do you have a part-time job to support yourself through school?
Well, fortunately for me, I received a 4-year academic scholarship.
Wow.
That pays for all of my tuition and books.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah. How about you? Are you working your way through school?
Yeah, I work 3 times a week at a restaurant near campus.
Oh, what do you do there?
I'm a cook.
How do you like your job?
It's okay. The other workers are friendly, and the pay isn't bad.
Okay, then here, a set of questions, and they answer, and they get a final score. Number 1, what's the answer? What does a man want to do after he graduates?
He wants to work in a hotel. He would like to work at it.
What is the woman majoring in?
No, computer science.
How does the woman pay for college?
Actually, that's scholarship.
Where does a man work part-time? Ooh! Huh? At a restaurant. What thing did the man not say about his job? Not say. We got an 80. 1 is wrong. 1 is wrong. It's number? Number 5. Number 5. Okay? And then you can even, here you check the quiz script. And then you check where they made the mistake. They can see it written because they only heard it. Okay? This is beginning, huh? This is beginning. Then there's intermediate, there's difficult, and there's very difficult. Okay? So this is another way for them to practice listening on their own. Okay. 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 Now, let's go into infographics. The intention was that I wanted you to do something here, to make something, and then to show to the class. I don't think we'll have enough time for that, but I wanted you to develop something here and then to show to the class. This is good for many things. As I said before, this is good for your teaching or for your students to develop something. If you want them in teams, they're going to have a presentation. Okay, depending what you want them to do, they can click on one of these and then start to make it. Okay? Here you have a long list: human resources, presentations, tons of presentations for business, creative, engaging, for charts. For charts, look at this for charts. This is very necessary today. Have your students work in charts. Because if they're able, suppose you have asked them to do some research, or they can do some quick research in the room, And then the information they found, you want them to put it in a chart. A chart is very good because it will show you if they really dominate the topic. Because they have nothing there. And I say, no, 50% this and 50% that. No, interpret. Interpret. Tell me, what did you find? What contrast? What difference? What change has there been? And they can use these there. And these are easy for us or for our students. A pie, a bar. Venn diagram is also here. Look, the Venn diagrams, the one I just showed you. The one I gave you is a Venn diagram pure. But here you have a Venn diagrams of many different ways, okay? Bubbles, flow, like a flow chart. These flow charts are really good, okay, because it helps the student. If you want to explain a topic and you find it difficult, say, hi, PowerPoint. PowerPoint, I use it very, very little, the least I can, because I think PowerPoint, it's like easy to use. Just put something there. We have to use different things, and the minute you use different things, it really gets your students to think. And ourselves, we look like we're prepared. We know how to use this. We know how to develop this, okay? You can use as a map, build a map with it. Suppose you want to explain something using a map. Here's where it says create, you create it, okay? Yes? Suppose I want to create this. You click on it, and then here you create your own. Okay. Yes, where it says upgrade, yes. Yeah, that's where you pay. I have never paid a cent. Because what I want to use is not like, to publish. Just for purposes of class. And for them to practice. I mean, I have never paid. The only time I paid is Canva. I had to pay Canva once. Because I had overused it. And then I had to pay. But you pay like $1 or $2. It's not much. It's super easy, okay? And here you start here you customize it. Do you see? This is when you create. Okay, this is an example. Well, you first you have to do your shopping and decide what map you want, and then depending on the map you want, then you have to tailorize it. That was your question. Let's see if we find one. I don't know. Let's go back. Okay, let's go back to maps. Here are the maps. Do you see here? Canada, Alabama, Alaska. I don't know if Mexico's here. Frankly, I don't know. I think the states are included now. No, Mexico's not here. Yeah. No, they're not included. Okay, but this is how you tailorize it. Do you see? Click here. You can move it. This is like what you use in a PowerPoint. This is the same thing. And here you start to tailorize it. Okay? Easy. What else do we have? We have maps, stacked, okay? These are the bar graphs, okay? Bar graphs, mind maps, okay? Different ways of doing mind maps, okay? Road maps. And suppose you want to show your students something, or you want them to tell you how their trip was. Okay, have a road map. Marketing, it's so ample. Brochures, you can even do brochures. Here you can do brochures. Okay, if you want to do a brochure for something, not only for your classes, whatever you want, you can do brochures. Okay, resumes and education certificates, you can even do certificates. Wow, isn't this cool? It's for free. It's for free, imagine. Letterheads, proposals, posters. You want to do a poster. Here's a poster. You'll find the template here. All you have to do is just work on this.
Can we print that?
I suppose so. I have never printed it, but of course, I suppose so. That's the expensive part, exactly. Yeah, the printing is very... Yes. Yeah, that's it. Banners, here are banners, etc. Okay? Questions here? Vengage? Yes.
Yes, I was checking the pricing section and it says that you get 5 infographics. Do you happen to know if that means that you would get like 5 templates or you would only get like 5 infographics like for free?
For how much? Or for free?
It says for free.
For free, 5.
Yeah.
It's 5 templates. It must be 5 templates.
All right. But then 5 templates that you can like use over and over. Right?
Oh yeah, once it's yours,
Okay.
of course.
Okay.
Once it's yours, yeah, of course. Like, let me show you here. This is one my students did. This is Venn gauge, as I showed you early. I mean, this is my students. I didn't do this. And I can use theirs. They sent it to me. You know. Yeah. Yeah, you construct it, and then you can just, you know, download it. And then they send it to me, and I have it now. I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it, but of course you don't have to pay for everything. You know, download it. But what it means of usage is in the creation. In the creation. Yeah, am I clear? Okay, good. No, don't mention. That's what I'm here for. What else I didn't show you? Venngage, Padlet, emails, and Canva. Okay, so I wanted to show you one more. Do we have time?
I think
4 minutes. Ooh. Socrative, maybe you're used to that, Socrative? Okay, let's see. Okay, this is called Voice of America. I don't know if you're familiarized with this. Yes, familiarized? But Voice of America is another way to introduce our students to the real thing. Gives you news, the latest issues, what's going on, and here. But it's a good way to see what's going on. I mean, many times we say, oh, I can use this. How do I download it? It's here. Shop around, you find something interesting, have them read in their iPads or their phones, and then let's talk about it. Voice of America opens the door to reading world issues. And I think that is number 1 on our list. Give our students the real thing.
This is BBC does, right?
Yes, it's similar, but that's BBC, British English.
Yes.
Yeah. And it has different things. Look, do you see every tab opens to different things? Science and health. The topics are different. Science and health. Okay? So it's a lot. I mean, you have a lot to do. That is the encouraging thing about technology. It's an open door where I have a lot to do my shopping and my tailoring. Grab something from there and then have them write something, have them speak about it, give them in teams. Teamwork is good. Teamwork is good because they get encouraged. But of course, putting a strong student with not too strong. You know, putting them together because, oh, she's my friend. Yes, but today we're going to do something different. What I like to do, I number you. I imagine, you know, you work with this, right? When you number the students, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the 1s, all the 2s, all the 3s, and that way, no problem. And they're all with different people. And they get them to work with different competencies. Because above all, education today is to develop competences. The competence of speaking, the competence of writing, the competence of listening, the competence of reading. And as you see in the list I just gave you, each site below there, I write the skills where I think will help you to practice, okay? Underneath, you find the skills where I have used it and where I consider would be convenient. Okay? Okay, I don't want to take your time. You have your break very soon. It was very nice to have you. It was my pleasure. Please. I'm sorry, but the iPads go at the back.
Maestra Torres, on behalf of Relaciones Culturales, I'm glad of 2 things, presenting this diploma.
Oh,
to
thank you.
And I'm not the only person who remembers this old building like a public school back in the 80s.
In the 80s, okay. You and I.
You and I.
Okay,
Yes,
thank you so
very
much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, this is cool. Well, here's my heart to you. And whenever you want something, I would always like to come back and we can share. We're all teachers. We're all in the same boat. And I have done this for so many years, I don't want to say, but many years. You can't imagine. You know me from Autónoma Nuevo León, that was like in the 90s, no, 80s. 10 years ago. No, it's not true. It's more. Ooh. Thank you so much.